All right, today I'm going to talk about the public school system and why it is destroying the United States. Now, public schools, even from my experience, public schools are a glorified babysitting facility. That's what public schools are. Basically, parents have to go to work and their kids have to not commit trouble because I live in Philadelphia. So people around me were a bunch of hoodlums. Kids were hoodlums when I was a kid. So to keep these ghetto ass thug hoodlums off the streets, you would place them in the public school and teach them nothing for 7 to 8 hours and try not to fall asleep because how boring it was. So basically, throughout my experience, public schools has been social, political propaganda and agendas, just all collectivist agendas, like just collectivist nonsense. Like, for example, they would have us do the privilege walk. They would be like, all right, guys, let's do the privilege walk. Take a step forward if you've been stopped by the police. Or they would do things like that. They would say, oh, you have certain privileges. You have certain unearned advantages. Oh, this and that. And look at the other struggles that other people had to go through. They'll say nonsense like that. They'll say, if you're white, you're automatically born with privilege. Like, they'll just do nonsense like that. Like, if you're white, wealthy, or middle class, the class was told to hate people like that for being born white, for being born in wealthy or middle class families. And they would tell people who are black or poor to be jealous of people who are white and had wealthy or middle class families. They were told that throughout, public schools, like even from my own experience. Even I had a teacher in English class, you know, that English teacher, she was just saying white people are this, white people are all these bad things. And she herself was white. Like, literally all of my teachers in high school are white. And she was just saying, fuck white people. White people are shit. White people are, like, she was just saying all this hateful things against white people while being white. But she likes to say she's mixed with a small percent of Native American. So that's her excuse on why she hates white people so much, even though she herself is white. And she likes to talk about her tribe and how queer she is and the stolen land. That was the type of nonsense in her English class, was stuff like that. And she was saying capitalism and prosperity is ruining society. That was the type of nonsense in the public school system that I experienced. And even while being around college environments, I'm taking a night class and I've been around college environments and I would see like signs with these collectivist posters like Karl Marx and, nonsense like that. Like, they will have Karl Marx, Vladimir Lenin. There was a poster like that when like I was just traveling like around the city, around like the college environment. Like, there was collectivism and subjectivism because back in school they used to teach us your truth, my truth. This and that is just opinion. It doesn't matter what your opinion is. Every opinion is valid, even if you have no reason for that opinion, because everyone has their different truth. What's true to you is not true to somebody else. Like, nonsense like that. And because of those poisonous ideals that are in the schools, they are in the universities. That's why you have people like college students they wish death towards people they disagree with. They're cheering the assassination for Charlie Kirk. I had to like cut some people off on Instagram for like cheering his death. I had to block people, mute people's stories, get off social media because of nonsense like that. Like, these people and their ideals could lead to a totalitarian dictatorship. Like, if we continue this stuff, the worst future could happen to this country because of those evil, nihilistic, subjectivist, collectivist ideals that exist in the schools. Because the people with these ideals, the ideals of everything is just opinion, but we all need to stay in the collective. If these people become the next politicians, doctors, nurses, teachers, and educators, they can destroy this country, and I'm deeply concerned for that. But that's all I had to say for this video. See you all later.